Hey, what's up, folks? It's Will. Welcome to another video here. This one's a little different. It's been one of those days where I'm not in the mood. And, it's just all been culminating. I've had one friend here today who, is really starting to push it with me. It's just some upward gameplay in the background. It's really not great. I scrapped it from the frag video, so it's nothing crazy good. But, I figured I needed to put something in the background, and Minecraft wouldn't make sense because this is TF2 related. So, what I'm talking about, and what I want to address really is three things, although they all tie together pretty well. And those things are mainly the TF2 economy, somewhat mainly the community. That kind of ties in again with the fucking economy. And then just the respect, or more to say the lack of respect in the community for Valve. Because it's ridiculous at this point. I mean, it's been happening for, I don't know, it's happened for a good 2-3 months now, I'd say? Something like that. And it certainly didn't help when End of the Line came out, because that was just a bunch of negativity there. But let's start with the economy here. You know, you've probably seen it. You know what's going on. Keys are like 13, 14 ref. It was worse. It was like, I think at most it was 17 ref. It got up there. But it's ridiculous. And obviously with that, the economy just in general is suffering. Everything's, you know, going up. There's a lot of refined in the game, which kind of isn't the reason for the keys. It isn't really. People say it is. It's not really. But it's just, it's causing a lot of issues, and it's causing a lot of negativity in the community. You know, it's made refined go down, which not only, you know, the price of keys made it go down, but just the amount of refined. There's a lot of refined in the game now. And, buds have gone down. Buds have gone down to, like, I want to say 13 keys? 13, 14? Something like that. I'll put a picture up of fucking Backpack TF and all that. But, it's causing issues, you know, it's not good. But this is where the other two things, you know, the other two things I wanted to talk about come into play. The community isn't happy, you know, obviously the community's not extremely happy or proud that this is happening, you know, when you've got games like CSGO who have pretty amazing economies. I mean, I've never played the game, but they've got some pretty good economies going on. It's embarrassing for TF2. And we're having issues with it because, you know, it's hard to get keys, it's hard to get buds, it's hard to do anything, much of anything. And, as always, the blame's on Valve. And I've only got one thing to say to that, honestly. Just one thing. Stop. There's something the community needs to realize about all of this predicament we're in. This is not Valve's fault. Valve did not do this. Valve didn't put out a patch that made everything broken. This is our fault. This is something the community has brought upon itself. Up to those prices on those keys, you know, people were being greedy on Outpost and all that stuff. I'm not saying the people who put the, you know, the suggestions up for the prices, but the people who are doing that, the people who are causing that rise, greedy. And we just allowed that greed to take over, which is an issue. And they just really just caused a bunch of hell. And with all of that, we're complaining that Valve isn't doing anything to take care of it. Valve doesn't care. Game's dying. And that's not the situation. That's not at all. You know, if they didn't care, we wouldn't have gotten 8. And yes, 8. Count them. Count them all. Tide Turner, Airstrike, Backscatter, Base Jumper, Classic, that's 11 more, an Iron Bomber Quickie Bomb Launcher, and the Panic Attack. That's 8 weapons last year. So tell me again that they don't care. Because they do. We made this. You know, this is a mess that we made, and we need to clean it up. You know? We need to not allow this shit to happen. And we did. Now we're stuck here, and now we need to take care of it. So, instead of bitching, what we should be doing is we should be figuring out ways to fix this. We need to, you know, be proactive. We need to figure out how we're going to take care of this. You know, talk to Valve. Communication's always important. Talk to Valve. You know, tell them, hey, we're having these issues. We think this would help. Help us out here. And just, instead of just being negative, we need to be proactive. We need to do something. So, we do have problems, no doubt. There is way too much refined in the game right now, as it is. I want to say there's like 3, I don't know the numbers. I'll have to find a link or something and show it to you. But there's a lot of refined in this game. I want to say like 3,000 or something. That's probably way off. But there's a lot. But there's a lot of ways you can fix that. There's a lot of just easy ways you could fix that. We could do a ton of things. We could just make game plans with Valve. One of the most popular, I think, ideas out there is making man-up tickets craftable. I would say like 4 ref would be good for each ticket. And that's good. Or maybe do a monthly, bi-monthly, maybe a yearly, whatever it is, charity event. You donate your ref and Valve they donate X amount of money to a charity for each refined, or something like that. That you destroy, or something like that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's no end, there's no limit to it. But the TF2 community is just intent on sitting and bitching about how broken the game is, and oh, the game's dying, and it's not fucking dying. I mean, give me a break. It's not dying. Seriously, let's not be this way about things. In fact, in pretty much all the time I've been in TF2, all I've really seen the community do and just be filled with are people without backbones, or people who just don't care. The latter isn't as bad as the first. A lot of people who just don't care don't play the game for trading, which is fine. You don't have to play the game for trading. But it still causes issues. Another thing we could do, just another idea to throw out there, and really open up the marketplace on Steam for TF2 is making ref marketable for, say, I don't know, 16 cents or so. And that way the market restrictions can be lifted on hats. You've seen a lot of the hats and stuff, they can't be traded. Or they can't be marketed, my bad. But if you lift that, hats can be sold at what they're worth, either with the ref value or the hard currency price of it. And we'll use an example here. Let's take a craft hat, for example. If ref was marketable for 16 cents, which I think is a fair price for it, then craft hats, my bad, would be, in theory, 16 cents plus 3 cents for the .33. The only issue there, and the main concern about any of this, is the greed. We've all seen it. We see it today, actually. We all know that most traders in TF2 are just greedy. They're out for whatever profit they can get, which, not always a bad thing. I mean, that's how economies work. But it's all about, I need a profit. And that's just greedy at that point. When we're having issues like this, they're putting their profits before the economy. And that's an issue. So, this could easily be abused, and it could easily be just allowed, because a lot of people in TF2 just don't give a shit. And that's where the issue with just the community in general is, I would say. But, that's where we as a community need to take a stand. We need to take some initiative and say, no, I'm not buying this isn't what it's worth. And just boycotting these guys. But anyways, I think I've rambled enough. I think I got my point across. We need to stop complaining. We need to start being proactive. We need to start helping with the TF2 economy, the shit that's causing issues. And we need to stop being so bitchy about things, Because that's all we are. We're just bitching about stupid shit that can be easily fixed if we would just communicate. But anyways, I hope this video doesn't fall on deaf ears. I hope at least someone out there agrees with it, because that'd be great. But with that said, I'm going to end that off here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little ramble and the horrible upward gameplay in the background. But hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day, guys.